When people hear the name Ambani, they immediately think of unimaginable wealth, towering skyscrapers, private jets, billion-dollar businesses, and one of the most influential families on earth. For decades, the Ambani family has stood at the center of India's economic transformation, building one of the largest business empires in the world through Reliance Industries. But among the next generation of this legendary family, one name has begun attracting global attention more than ever before: Anant Ambani. To millions of people around the world, Anant Ambani represents the future of the Reliance empire. As the youngest son of Mukesh Ambani and Nita Ambani, he has grown up surrounded by extraordinary luxury, global influence, and responsibilities unlike those faced by almost anyone else his age. Yet behind the headlines, lavish celebrations, and billion-dollar lifestyle, lies a story of discipline, personal transformation, and preparation for one of the greatest business inheritances in history. Many people assume that being born into wealth guarantees an easy life, but for Anant Ambani, life has always come with expectations that few could imagine. Every decision, every appearance, and every future business move is closely watched by investors, the media, and millions of people across the globe. His journey begins inside Antilia, the family's iconic residence in Mumbai. Rising high above the city skyline, Antilia is far more than a home. It is one of the most extraordinary private residences ever built, featuring multiple floors dedicated to luxury living, entertainment, wellness, security, private offices, parking for dozens of luxury vehicles, swimming pools, fitness facilities, gardens, and breathtaking views overlooking the Arabian Sea. Every morning inside Antilia begins with remarkable organization. While most people wake up worrying about traffic or office schedules, Anant Ambani's day often revolves around business meetings, family discussions, charitable initiatives, and preparations for future leadership responsibilities. Despite growing up surrounded by unimaginable luxury, discipline plays an important role in his routine. Physical fitness, business education, family values, and long-term planning have become central parts of his development. One of the most inspiring chapters of Anant's life came through his extraordinary health transformation. Several years ago, he faced significant health challenges that affected both his physical condition and public image. Rather than accepting those limitations, he committed himself to one of the most remarkable personal transformations seen among global business heirs. Through disciplined exercise, carefully planned nutrition, professional guidance, and incredible determination, he achieved an inspiring weight loss journey that captured worldwide attention. His transformation became proof that true success is built through consistency rather than shortcuts. This lesson would later become one of the defining themes of his public image. Luxuries may surround him, but discipline defines him. As a member of India's wealthiest family, travel is an essential part of Anant Ambani's lifestyle. Private jets allow the family to travel efficiently between global business centers, luxury destinations, and important corporate events. Inside these aircraft, luxury reaches extraordinary levels: handcrafted leather seating, private conference rooms, advanced communication systems, fine dining, prepared by world-class chefs, high-speed internet connecting every corner of the globe, elegant interiors designed to resemble five-star hotels rather than airplanes. But these flights are rarely vacations. Many involve important business discussions, strategic planning, philanthropic activities, and meetings that shape the future of Reliance Industries. Another defining aspect of Anant's life is his deep involvement with animals and wildlife. Unlike many billionaires who focus only on business, Anant has developed a well-known passion for animal welfare and conservation. His commitment extends beyond admiration. It involves creating environments where rescued animals receive proper care, medical attention, and long-term protection. This compassionate side of his personality has earned respect from people who admire not only his wealth, but also his concern for living creatures. For Anant, success is measured not only by financial achievements but also by the ability to make a positive difference. Luxury cars also play an important role in the Ambani lifestyle. The family owns one of the most extraordinary collections of automobiles in the world: Rolls-Royce, Bentley, Mercedes, Maybach, Range Rover, BMW, Ferrari, Lamborghini, and numerous custom-built luxury vehicles equipped with advanced security features. Every vehicle combines elegance, comfort, and safety. Motorcades often accompany important journeys, ensuring smooth transportation while maintaining privacy. Behind this impressive collection stands an enormous security operation. As one of India's most influential families, security remains a top priority. Highly trained personnel coordinate travel routes, monitor public appearances, evaluate event locations, and work continuously behind the scenes. Most people notice the luxury. Few notice the planning required to protect it. Education has also played a significant role in preparing Anant Ambani for future leadership. Growing up inside one of the world's most successful business families provided lessons unavailable in traditional classrooms. From an early age, he observed how billion-dollar decisions were made. He witnessed negotiations, corporate strategy, long-term investment planning, leadership under pressure, and the importance of maintaining trust with employees, investors, and customers. These experiences gradually prepared him for increasing responsibilities within the Reliance Group. His involvement in company activities continues growing as Reliance expands into renewable energy, digital technology, telecommunications, retail, artificial intelligence, and global partnerships. Observers believe the next generation of Ambani leadership will play a major role in shaping India's economic future. But business represents only part of his life. Family remains the foundation. The Ambani family has consistently emphasized unity, tradition, and shared responsibility. Celebrations, cultural events, charitable initiatives, and religious traditions continue playing an important role. Despite their global influence, Anant frequently appears alongside his parents and siblings during major public occasions, demonstrating the close relationships that have helped strengthen the family's legacy. Perhaps no event illustrated this more dramatically than the global attention surrounding his pre-wedding celebrations. Leaders, international celebrities, political figures, artists, athletes, royal family members, influencers, entertainment icons, guests from around the world gathered to celebrate an event unlike almost anything seen before. The celebrations featured breathtaking performances, cultural showcases, luxurious decorations, world-class hospitality, and remarkable attention to detail. For many viewers, the event symbolized the extraordinary scale of the Ambani family's global influence. Yet behind the spectacular celebrations stood years of careful planning and strong family values. Everything reflected hospitality, culture, and tradition alongside modern luxury. As Anant Ambani moves toward greater leadership within Reliance Industries, expectations continue growing. Millions wonder how he will help guide one of the world's largest companies through the next era of innovation, renewable energy, artificial intelligence, digital infrastructure, green technology, global partnerships, space-age communications. These rapidly evolving industries will likely shape much of his professional future. His journey is no longer simply about inheriting wealth. It is about creating the next chapter of an empire that influences hundreds of millions of lives. And for someone preparing to carry one of the most valuable business legacies in history, the greatest luxury may not be money at all. It is opportunity. For Anant Ambani, stepping into a larger leadership role means carrying the expectations of millions of shareholders, thousands of executives, and hundreds of thousands of employees who contribute to the Reliance ecosystem every day. The responsibility is enormous. Every business decision has the potential to influence industries, create jobs, and shape the future of India's economy. Unlike previous generations of business leaders who focused primarily on oil and petrochemicals, Anant belongs to a generation entering an era defined by renewable energy, artificial intelligence, biotechnology, digital infrastructure, and sustainable development. Reliance Industries has already invested billions into these sectors: solar manufacturing, green hydrogen, battery technology, advanced digital services, telecommunications, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, retail innovation. Each investment represents not only business expansion, but also preparation for the future. As Anant becomes more involved in these projects, many industry experts believe he will help lead Reliance into an entirely new chapter. Modern business is changing faster than ever before. Companies that fail to innovate quickly disappear. Those willing to embrace technology become global leaders. This reality makes continuous learning one of the most important parts of Anant's journey. He spends time understanding global markets, studying emerging industries, observing international trends, and learning from experienced executives inside Reliance. Success at this level depends not only on intelligence, but also on curiosity, the willingness to keep learning, the courage to adapt, the patience to think decades ahead. These qualities separate lasting business empires from temporary success. Luxury continues to surround every aspect of his lifestyle. When attending international conferences or major corporate events, Anant often travels aboard private aircraft equipped with every modern convenience imaginable: elegant interiors, executive conference rooms, communication systems, luxury dining, satellite internet. Every detail is designed to maximize comfort and productivity. But inside these aircraft, conversations rarely revolve around luxury. Instead, discussions focus on investments, global partnerships, business strategy, innovation, future expansion. The aircraft becomes a flying corporate headquarters connecting continents. Upon landing in cities such as London, Dubai, Singapore, New York, or other international business centers, carefully coordinated transportation awaits. Luxury vehicles, escorted by professional security teams, transport executives between airports, business districts, and conference venues, with remarkable efficiency. Privacy remains one of the defining characteristics of the Ambani lifestyle. Important meetings often occur behind closed doors, away from cameras and media attention. Many business partnerships are built quietly long before public announcements are made. This discretion has long been one of the strengths of the Reliance organization's business conduct. Relationships are built through trust. Growth follows careful planning rather than unnecessary publicity. Alongside business responsibilities, philanthropy continues to occupy an important place. In Anant's life, the Reliance Foundation, established by Nita Ambani, has supported numerous initiatives involving education, healthcare, rural development, disaster relief, sports, and environmental conservation. As part of the next generation, Anant has shown increasing interest in contributing to these efforts. His well-known passion for wildlife conservation reflects a broader belief that success should benefit society, as well as shareholders. Several initiatives involving rescued animals and environmental protection have strengthened this image for many people. This compassionate side distinguishes him from traditional stereotypes about billionaire lifestyles. It demonstrates that influence can be used not only to generate profits, but also to protect nature and improve lives. Family values remain another defining element of his journey. Despite managing one of the world's largest business empires, the Ambani family continues placing great importance on togetherness. Important festivals are celebrated with enthusiasm. Religious traditions remain respected. Major decisions often involve discussions among family members. This unity has played an essential role in maintaining stability across generations. As Anant prepares for greater leadership, these family principles continue guiding many of his decisions. His relationship with his parents has been especially influential. Mukesh Ambani represents disciplined leadership, long-term thinking, and strategic vision. Nita Ambani embodies education, philanthropy, culture, and community development. Together, they have provided Anant with lessons extending far beyond business. They have emphasized humility despite extraordinary wealth, responsibility despite privilege, der vivus despite success. These values may ultimately become his greatest inheritance. One event that introduced Anant Ambani to an even larger global audience was his spectacular wedding celebrations. Months before the ceremony itself, the pre-wedding festivities became one of the most talked-about events in the world. International entertainers delivered unforgettable performances. Business leaders attended. Celebrities from Hollywood, Bollywood, sports, fashion and politics gathered under one roof. The celebrations showcased India's culture alongside extraordinary luxury. Magnificent decorations transformed entire venues into dreamlike settings. World-class hospitality welcomed guests from across the globe. Traditional ceremonies blended beautifully with modern elegance. For millions watching online, the event symbolized the scale of the Ambani family's global influence. Yet beneath the glamour stood something much deeper: family, culture, tradition, respect, hospitality. These principles remained at the heart of every celebration. Looking toward the future, analysts believe the next generation of Ambani leadership will focus heavily on sustainable growth. Renewable energy may become one of Reliance's defining achievements during the coming decades. Artificial intelligence will likely transform digital services. Telecommunications will continue connecting hundreds of millions of people. Retail innovation will reshape shopping experiences. Healthcare technologies may improve countless lives. The possibilities are enormous. With each passing year, Anant gains greater experience navigating these rapidly changing industries. Of course, enormous wealth also attracts enormous attention. Public expectations remain high. Every business announcement receives worldwide media coverage. Every public appearance becomes headline news. Every investment decision is carefully analyzed by financial experts. Living under such constant observation requires emotional discipline. Maintaining focus despite continuous public attention is not easy. Self-confidence, clear priorities, and the ability to ignore distractions, perhaps this is one of the most overlooked challenges faced by heirs to global business empires. The public often sees only luxury. They rarely see the pressure. Behind every photograph lies responsibility. Behind every celebration lies preparation. Behind every success lies years of hard work by thousands of employees. Anant's role is not simply to inherit an empire. It is to help strengthen it for future generations. That responsibility cannot be purchased, it must be earned. As technology continues transforming business, tomorrow's leaders will require qualities very different from those of previous generations. Innovation will become more important than size. Speed will become more valuable than tradition. Global collaboration will replace isolated decision-making. Environmental responsibility will become central to corporate success. Leaders capable of balancing profitability with sustainability will define the future. This is the world Anant Ambani is preparing to lead. His journey demonstrates that modern billionaire lifestyles involve far more than luxury homes, expensive cars, private jets, and lavish celebrations. Those symbols may attract public attention, but they represent only the visible surface. The true foundation lies beneath: discipline, learning, leadership, responsibility, vision, family values. Long-term thinking. These qualities build lasting legacies. Money alone never creates an empire. People do, ideas do. Determination is. As the youngest member of one of the world's most influential business families, Anant Ambani stands at the beginning of a remarkable chapter. His story is still unfolding. The future will present new opportunities, new challenges, new industries, new innovations, and new responsibilities. Whether expanding renewable energy, leading technological breakthroughs, supporting philanthropic initiatives, or strengthening Reliance's global influence, his decisions may shape the lives of millions. That possibility is far more valuable than any luxury, because true wealth is measured not only by assets, it is measured by impact. In the end, the trillionaire life of Anant Ambani is not simply a story about extraordinary riches. It is the story of a young leader preparing to inherit one of the greatest business legacies in modern history. It is a story of transformation over comfort, responsibility over privilege, vision over vanity, purpose over popularity. While the world admires the private jets, luxury cars, iconic residences, and spectacular celebrations, the real journey is happening behind the scenes. A journey of preparation, a journey of leadership, a journey of continuous learning, journey toward building a future that extends far beyond personal success. Because empires are not preserved by wealth alone, they are preserved by wisdom. And if the next chapter of the Ambani legacy is defined by innovation, compassion, discipline, and long-term vision, then Anant Ambani's greatest achievement will not be inheriting one of the world's largest fortunes. it will be proving that the greatest legacy any billionaire can leave behind is not measured in billions of dollars, but in the opportunities created, the lives improved, the industries transformed, and the future built for generations yet to come. That is the true meaning of the trillionaire life of Anant Ambani.